yesterday night itself, they've proven on the world stage that they are possibly one of the best teams SCA has ever produced. They took down Team Flash in week 1, they took down Roaster White and Kwangdong Freaks, and right now, EVS is the one standing in front of them. So I wouldn't doubt RRQ at all.
RRQ is definitely the favorites coming in. I still gonna give some points to EVOS, but like you said, RRQ is gonna be the juggernaut. They're gonna be the Titan. I don't know if it's gonna be the same sort of level of like scariness that we saw when Enigma Galaxy was going against their matchup a long time ago. But like, let's see if they have what it takes to be the same sort of Titan, the same sort of untoppable golem force that we see from stronger teams facing out against weaker teams.
Bit of unlucky, one of the Tormented Shadows actually didn't tag the big Raptor, so it's gonna take Chaz a little bit longer to get to clear. But if you're a Morgana, you can always drop double Tormented Shadows, so it's just a Morgana jungle thing. I'm surprised that it took so long for people to realize that Morgana jungle is a thing. I'm not saying that I'm an inventor, but I'm just saying Morgana jungle is something that has been pretty popular in the PH region. That's why we see it so often. But, you know, we're looking at Valdez on their Lee Sin, so you can expect a lot of proactiveness early on, especially when you have 2 individual lanes that are naturally strong in the early game.
But like you said, right, it wasn't popular, but then it started getting played in so many of these international tournaments, and now it's suddenly entering the public consciousness like some sort of Inception moment where they put a Morgana in there, and then everyone's playing Morgana jungle now. I don't think I've gone through any ranked games where I don't see Morgana jungle. And like, it's kind of discussing what she has to offer in terms of like, if there's a lane that you're not having the buffs, they've seen what's been cleared.
Oh, bottom lane, VVV has the tether. Transcendence Embrace on the 2, forcing Chaz to flash away, and first blood for Valdez as he comes in for the pickup. Chilling Smite, a flash forward, EVOS once more, the quickness is there! Supporter gives his life away, but he gives Valdez a double kill. And G4 not done just yet. Chaz in the red, G4 is gonna go to tank, takes the binding! He's gonna give his life up! And Chaz finding an exchange!
Man, things just happening in an explosion of flurries. And you can see that supporter didn't even think that the damage coming out from the Lucian would be so, you know, right on the dot in terms of his total health pool that quickly. But that's a pretty good trade for either side. RRQ was supposed to be on the losing side of that team fight, but took one too many team members going too deep in. And now
VVV is there, Valdez is showing up. They're gonna try to collapse on this with Tipper coming in. Again, the quickness and the Transcendence Embrace with Chaz securing the Rift Arrow. But Valdez and Tipper, they're both looking for the kills. The Domestic Justice is out, but the damage isn't there. Valdez finds a double, follows up with the Resonating Strike onto Viper and gets a triple for himself. But Valdez ain't done just yet. Hyde is 4th on the list. They're just waiting for the minion waves to come in, but Valdez, he's not going to wait for this. They have the combo, and Valdez finds 4 in a row.
Oh, we talked about that skirmish potential. We talked about it really earnestly. We talked about how, you know, RRQ can afford to be making less mistakes here because one catch, and that's it. You're in that situation. We talked about it, and we saw it in action.
So much cross the board.
And now we're going to
That's what you brought up, right? Sustained fights. And we see all the utility kind of being dumped on Valdez in that fight. So Tipper might be sacrificed, so Supporter has something to say about that. Keeping Tipper alive, Viper wants the kill. Tipper, oh, he lunges! Dodges a bit of the piercing life from Viper. It didn't survive. Evos, they're looking for something. Oh, Valdez is already in. His safeguards tries to look for a kick. Exo saved by it instead, and Valdez, he might go down, and he will. Supporter does find a trade back, but RRQ makes it out with the rest of them.
Ooh, it looks like Valdez is trying to get a reverse dragon kick, but I think he kind of got the wrong target there. They pressed the auto aim and it kicked the one on the side instead of kicking back towards the enemy team. But that's a bit unfortunate there for EVOS. That's kind of the free target out from the Rift Herald that was secured out by RRQ, and they're sitting pretty with a 1k gold lead despite the fact that they have not been winning these fights. And you can tell those plates are just like they're worth mountains of gold. And sharing it with your Galio and your Garen is going to be a boon for them later in the team fights, because like it is important to feed your Lucian, but having a strong wealth is going to be able to do for you in terms of getting maybe completing that item. So, oh,
G4 gone on, trying to go for the dash, but takes a calling, pops the dominance, tries to heal up. It's not enough. Exo just tanks up the turret shots.
And this is where it's going to go downhill from here. This is where things are going to go.
Kick from Valdez, had to flash for it, not able to connect with the Sonic Wave though, and that means that RRQ now can slowly go for the retreat unless the Sonic Wave connects. EXO with the Justice Punch cancels the follow-up, gets the 3-man taunt, gives Viper the room to go for the damage, but supporter stops him in his track. Helios now shows up, Ignite, Flash, and a Shadow Slash for a kill. Death marks onto Valdez. Helios and EXO work together for 2.
Ooh, okay. EVS can't afford to make this kind of mistakes right now. They're on the better side of skirmishes, but these are the early game fights. Now, you're looking at the way the RRQ is sort of dividing their gold, and they're giving a lot of the gold over to the champs that matters. And the way that it scales right now, you see the way that these skirmishes are turning out. The Lucian is surviving long enough to be able to do a dent. And having too much of a dent on the skirmish team when you can barely get to the back Lucian once that Galio is fed enough and you have a good enough Garen going, EVS are going to slowly bleed from this. And you're going to see that goal differential potentially getting, the gap getting even wider over time.
And I do appreciate EVOS making these moves right there, taking initiative, but it really feels like there's always a trade-off. RRQ looking to get something done. Rift Herald goes over to EVOS, go in with the flash and full combo, but he just bricks wall the entirety of EVOS. Chaz does go down, Tipper is exchanged, both teams disengaged.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we're seeing the results of that right now. The kill count is still in EVOS's favor, but this is the sort of thing where it's going to be really difficult if Karma doesn't happen to get a nice little big area where all of them are in a nice little circle for them to get enough CC up.
Supporters are showing up. EVOS wants to make a move. The quickness into the back line, but Chaz secures the dragon. EVOS, each EXO rooted down. The grand challenge is issued. They did lose Valdez though, but look at Viper once more, like you said, untouched, uninterrupted, and RRQ finds 4 kills.
Ooh, that was going to be a difficult situation for EVOS either way, because the only way they're going to be able to contest for that dragon is to get sort of a separate thing, where they have someone to try and dive in to try and steal the dragon away. But doing that kind of defeats the entire purpose of being a strong skirmish team, because the skirmish team has to stick together. You know, family sticks together. Dominic Toretto would be proud to say. Yeah. And like... and like, once you get separated and they didn't get the dragon, that's pretty much it. That's a lot of lives lost for an objective that wasn't taken. And now that's a 10k gold lead on what is decidedly only a 2 kill difference, but 4 towers in the advantage of RRQ.
And throughout the entire game, I think one of the most impressive
I should think so. It's hard to tell when both the Fog of Wars are on, but it's going to be a lot of free towers out there for EVOS. So
what does EVOS want though? They want to go for a kill. Tipper going for the chase, procs the grand challenge, and takes out Chaz. But it's only a jungler. And you can see that Helios, he's kind of poking the bear with a stick right now. But decides to let EVOS go. There's no rush for RRQ.
RRQ is the one who's dictating the pace right now. They lose 1 or 2 champions, it's fine. They have pretty much what is essentially a 9k gold lead.
Oh, yeah.
If they manage to leave someone there and potentially get a cheeky hit on the tower and take it away, that would have been way more like gold efficient than them losing like Chaz in the long run. So RRQ just sitting pretty here, happy to kind of give Chaz away and say,
definitely going in the way of height. He has the Hullbreaker, he has the Frozen Heart, and he is just going to side lane for days. If you don't deal with him, he's going to demolish your towers.
Yeah, pretty much. We're already at the state where the EVOS is extremely wary of a Baron pickup right now. They have pretty much no tier 2, no turrets.
Uh-oh, G4 gone on. Supporter has to help him right now. The Gargoyle and Dominus going to keep him alive for a bit. Grand Challenge is there as well, but EXO, big knockout with the ultimate. And the rest of RRQ just tears through EVOS. He will give his life up, but RRQ have won the fight already. And the 3rd dragon will go their way.
Ooh, that was almost within EVOS's favor. They almost managed to get a few key pickups here and there. And, you know, getting a quick pickup on Hyde, that could potentially have translated into something more, but a grand entrance, that's a free dragon, potentially a free Baron. And do you really want to be giving a free Baron away when you don't have any tier 2 turrets in your mid lane? And
what are they going to do at this point? With Hido's been pushing up top, we are strong enough to fight you at this dragon. EVOS making a move right now. They know that they have to make something happen. And Valdez goes in, couldn't get the kickoff, thanks to Chaz. And this is what we talked about, the Morgana strength, the utility he provides. Viper stays alive, supporter goes down, and Helios joins the fight. RRQ looking for the throne of Evo's esports. Tipper only good for one, but the rest of his team have been annihilated. Chaz putting up the finishing touch, and RRQ finds an ace, and it's game one in the bag for the Kings of Kings.
Oh, they definitely needed to be fighting out for that Elder Dragon. Elder Dragon is pretty much the end game, like the game ender for pretty much any game. I would say even more than the Baron in a way, because you don't need to wait for waves, and that is absolutely destructible. But what a match there from our